caribgamer.com, webvi.com. What's going on? There's a lot of things that have been going on this week, but I really want to send a shout out to my boy Luca, who sent out a comment to us about the last episode we had. And he said the Wii U is not about the raw power as Xbox One. That is an over-glorified cable box and PlayStation 4. That is boring when it comes to game content. And he went on to say the Wii U is about the controls, interaction, and rather than hardware specs, the Wii U has a solid state drive, and the Xbox One and PS4 does not. What we're gonna do, I'm not gonna say anything about it as yet, but what I'm gonna do, and probably my other, constituents, we're gonna go ahead and ask fellow gamers in the Caribbean this same question: what is it that draw you to gaming? Is it the controls, or is it the power? Is it the graphics? I personally feel that if you have a good game, that can surpass all the graphics, that can surpass all the hardware specs. But if you're not bringing out gaming content, let's ask ourselves this stupid question: when was the last time Nintendo itself brought out a good game? And I'm not talking about Mario, because we all know they whoring the hell out of Mario. But we want to know, what game do they have that will make me draw myself to the Wii U? And check this out. The next blog, we definitely going to be bringing my boy Iman, who literally has a Wii U, who has first-hand experience with this console. And it's going to be, I'm hoping that my friend could bleep out the different words, because it's going to be awesome. But we're gonna sort this out. We're going to get this situation well underhand, because we know that you guys are listening to what we're saying. And I don't want anybody thinking we hate the Wii U. Yeah, we don't hate the Wii U. I'm going to try and say that with a straight face. The Wii U isn't really doing anything, but more on to the new 2DS. A lot of people are asking why. Me and my friend Blake even had a conversation. I said if they had brought out like an iPad or something, they would have probably done something better. But he reminded me that's what the Wii U is, a pad. But again, Nintendo is so disconnected with its core gamer group that it's just ridiculous. The 2DS was just recently announced, and it's basically a DS, but it's not flip, it's flat, and it has two screens. And I personally think it's garbage. That's my take on it. It's cheaper though. It's like $130. So for $130, you can have your kid throw around this thing and do whatever he wants with it. But hey, nonetheless, it's Nintendo. They actually brought out a new Zelda. That's right, Nintendo brought out a new Zelda.
No, they didn't.
I was waiting for that. They did not brought out a new Zelda. All they did is regurgitated the same bull that they had from back in 1996 or whatever that crappy game was, Wind Waker or whatever. I don't know, man. But man, Nintendo is so disconnected, it ain't funny. They even bring out a new Pokemon Battles U. I'm telling you, man, that man is just shooting themselves in the foot. They're just digging a hole. Look, if you're a Wii U fan and you feel that Carib Gamer is farting on your parade, we're not. Nintendo is doing it for us. We sold like crazy. Right now the Wii U is struggling. You know why? Because those who own the Wii isn't buying the Wii U. They're already satisfied with the Wii. So they don't see the need to get the Wii U. And there's no games for the Wii U. So the hardcore gamers are like, come on Wii U, give us Super Smash Bros. Give us Zelda, the one that you've been showing on E3 demos. Give us something. Give us Super 3D Mario. Something that would make us want the Wii U. Now, recently we had one of our favorite gamers going over by the FanExpo. Awesome footage there. I believe FanExpo is what E3 used to be, and E3 is just now some over-glorified publisher, what would they call those things when you have those events, PR events. But basically E3 isn't for the gamers anymore, personally. But yeah, the press, that's what I was going to say. It's for the press and press conferences and what's not. But don't worry, Carib Gamer is going to be hitting up FanExpo next year, so you're definitely going to be getting more pictures and more video content, and get more hands-on with these new consoles. Yo, the console wars are heating up. My boy from Xbox, the CEO, is making a permanent retirement. I don't know what's really going on at Xbox camp, but my boy is packing up. He's leaving, but his leave is a little bit more on an extended period. I don't know how long, probably a year or so, but he's leaving slowly but surely. So the console wars is just getting crazy, and we don't know what's really going on. And also they there's another bombshell. When the PlayStation said that they're coming out in November, November 15th, guess what? Xbox is being rumored to be coming out before the PlayStation 4. So you could already tell that the fire, there's a lot of talk about the power of the Xbox One, and there's some serious arguments. And one of the arguments is that the Xbox One is pushing first-party games. And I ain't gonna lie, they're pushing some serious first-party games. We got a good look at Titanfall this week. Titanfall is shaping up to be one of those really huge, massive games. But I feel because it's only going to be on the Xbox, you won't get that much exposure as you would get for Call of Duty Ghosts, Battlefield 4, and even Destiny. Because Destiny is shaping up to be very, very deep. I mean, this game seems to want to take that RPG element and just drag you into a world. And talking about RPGs, Final Fantasy 14 has just been released, and I was in the pre-beta, and I'm currently trying to write a review on an MMO, which is very hard, but I will give you the gist right now. Final Fantasy 14 started off very bumpy. They had a lot of full rooms. The servers was just filled up to the max. I mean, to the point where it was like you couldn't even get in. And when you do get in, the game experience is just as good. I mean, if you played Final Fantasy 11, you definitely would love Final Fantasy 14. They have a new job system. They have a new revamped engine when it comes to the graphics. They also even have a way of interacting with players who speak a different language. So if you have somebody who's Japanese, it'll automatically translate, the language so you can, talk with people who's Japanese. And I find that the game makes it more easier to advance as you level up. So it's not like World of Warcraft where you just grind. Final Fantasy brought back that story element to the RPG, and it makes you feel like you're actually progressing. So, I mean, if you are willing to shell out $14 a month or whatever, I say check it out. And I mean, you can play with PC gamers. If you're on the PS3, you can play with PC gamers, which, I mean, in my opinion, is awesome. But again, I would like to send a shout out to my boys in California who's gonna be playing the Final Fantasy 14. We used to play online all the time. So hey, trust me, it's gonna be crazy when you join up with some friends that's not on your own country. But again, I would like to tell you that ain't everybody who's into RPGs will like this game, but it also has a way of bringing you in, soften the blow. So if you're not into MMOs and you don't really understand everything, this game is like a good starter. It kind of gives you that feeling. It's like when you start learning how to drive a car. You're just like, hey, I kind of getting to use this. I getting to like this. That's basically Final Fantasy 14. Trust me, I love this week. This week was just awesome. We got a lot of content that I personally feel that will give me a better understanding of the games that's upcoming. We saw some serious footage of Forza. Now, if you are someone who loves car games and you don't really play you play Gran Turismo but you ain't into it, Forza is a really good game. The graphics is insane. I mean, the realism in Forza for the Xbox One is undeniably, hands down, the best I have seen so far. I mean, I've seen pictures and video footage of Gran Turismo 6. It looks good, but it's not where I see where Forza is. And then we have games like Rise on the Xbox One, where they showed some more footage on Gamescom in Germany, and it was very impressive. The game was very fluid, the animations was very fluid. It had so many aspects to the game that they didn't show in E3. And there was a new boss man. We have it on our Facebook page. A new Kyle Bossman show talks about the leak Grand Theft Auto 5, which to me isn't really a leak. It was just, as my boy Kyle Bossman say, you give somebody a present and tell them don't open it. Of course they're gonna dig in there. They're gonna check what stuff is in that game. But I personally may not be getting that game because I know my life is already gonna be consumed by Battlefield 4. But I know definitely they're gonna have other gamers who's gonna get that game. I know my boy Ez, he's gonna be jumping on that there as soon as it jump out. He ain't gonna stop playing that game. He loves Grand Theft Auto 5. And I mean, it's one of those games you gotta get. But anyway, for my PS boys, the fanboys, the Vita has some really cool games coming out. I'm really impressed with the way Sony is really trying to bring back to life the Vita, even though we know the Vita is like kind of dead. But at least they're trying to, med pack it, bring it back to life with the cross play games and the remote play games. But hey, keep trying, Sony. You're gonna get it one day. You're gonna get it someday, somehow. But anyway, this is Carib Gamer. We've been having a great time. We've been just having fun playing this Battlefield. I'm hoping that, you know, one day we can be able to do the side-by-side comparison with Battlefield 4 and Ghost when it comes out. I can't wait to get that sorted out, you know, hands-on experience. So the beta that's coming out in October, you know we're going to be doing a review on that. And you know we're definitely going to give you an idea of what Battlefield 4 will be like. And also any game that we see coming out that we get to get our hands on, we'll all keep up with reviews. If you check out our YouTube page, you'll see that there have been some reviews for certain games. You know, my boy Blake, he's always gonna give us what's hot on PSN, and you know, all those other little different things that you see us put together. Just keep it locked. Of course, you know the links are below. And also, I want to send a shout out to Rep VI, hitting up the the local artists in the BVI. Also, hey, Twitter, gotta show some love on Twitter. You know, you guys have just been flooding us with love and all kind of different stuff. But hey, just keep it coming. We love it. We want to keep you all informed on all things gaming, all things, music, all things, everything in the Caribbean. Because, we are the #1 source for all the information in the Caribbean. Keep it locked to caribgamer.com, repvi.com. See ya.